Hey guys, before today's video begins, I just want to get a couple things out real quick. First off, just not too long ago, I made a special guest appearance on a really nice podcast known as Anime-Zing Radio, where we talk about all things anime, as well as talk about my cosplays, my time at conventions, and even the stuff I do on YouTube. So, if you want to go check it out, there's a link down in the description box below, and don't forget to follow Anime-Zing Radio for such amazing stuff that they're putting out. And speaking about my time at conventions, the second thing that I need to get out is that don't forget to see me over at Toricon on Saturday, March 19th. It's been a long time since I've been to any conventions, and this year is going to be my massive comeback to it. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope to see all of you there, and enjoy today's episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup. Take care. Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about all of the miscellaneous items that I actually got that were, of course, sent over to me by my friend John McDowell, aka Trainboy54, as a really nice thank you gift I got from him because of a really awesome Christmas present I sent to him a few months ago, which I have to say they are absolutely fantastic, and I am really thrilled with what he's actually given to me, and I do give him all my thanks to him for, of course, sending all those. It really means a whole lot. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there, over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below if you want to go check it out for yourself. So yeah, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I mean, this video is not gonna be much for sure, but hey, I know I'm guaranteed to give you something good. So yeah, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you to come back once you finish watching the last episode. Yeah, and probably by the point you got to that point where, of course, I called out the hardcore kid, and of course, one part of the video, or should I say, one part in the previous episode, then yeah, by all means, that was a really stupid move for me to do. So yeah, hardcore kid, if you're watching this, like I said, I do indeed apologize for what I said in the last episode, and please, for the love of God, please don't kill me. I beg of you. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Now, for today's episode right about now, we're actually going to be doing something a little different for once, because this is something I've been figuring, this is something I figured that I would do on this show, just to do things big different for sure. So rather, instead of course, covering any items on this show, maybe I think this will be a good opportunity for me to talk about some items that I wish I would have right about now. So yeah, I guess it's probably the best way I can actually say it right about now. So yeah, I think that's probably the best I can think of, but hey, I'm guaranteed to give you something good for sure. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's get right to it. Now, before we can actually get right on to the main subject for this video, I have a question that I want to ask all of you. If anything, out of all the items that you are dire to collect for some time, or the ones that you actually got, are there any particular items that you wish you should have got? Like the ones that you were anticipating the most, that you were hyped to actually probably getting your hands one day, but something's got in the way, and of course you end up not getting those items at all, even though you wish you actually should have? Well, I think, I guess that's the good question that I figure I would ask you, and besides, it happened with me numerous times, so yeah, I think it's strange to say that out of all of nearly 100 episodes of course, this show covering all sorts of items, whether it be the ones that I've collected or the ones that I should have collected, yeah, not necessarily should have collected. That's, of course, the main subject for, of course, this video, but mainly on some new items that I actually got, and yeah, given for what I actually said, there are a good number of items that I wish I should have had in the first place, right about how, and yeah, I guess it's probably for a good reason why, but thankfully, I still keep them backlogged for sure, and of course, both of my wish lists for sure, such as, of course, pretty much the one from Amazon, and not to mention the one from Right Stuff Anime, which you can clearly see in the description box below, right about how, if you want to go view these links. So yeah, definitely go check those out and see what items that I would have in both of those wish lists right about now. I've actually got a great number of them that I would love to have right about now. But for today's video right about now, I figure it makes sense to, of course, talk about some of the items that I wish I should have for sure. So yeah, and of course, for the first time on, of course, this show, it's actually going to be, of course, a top 10 list right about now. So yeah, that's what I kind of figured I would do today for today's episode right about how I'm, of course, going to be counting down based on the title card that I'm going to be showing to you right about now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 items that I wish I should have had. So yeah. I'll admit this is actually a really tough list for me to put together right now, because there are so many great items that I wish I should have had in the first place that I think will actually be great for me to get someday right about now. So yeah. I guess if anything, that's kind of figure out what we're gonna do today right about how just counting down the top 10 items that I wish I should have had for sure, just to see exactly of course what I had in mind for sure, but I never ended up getting all those because I've been set back numerous times that prevented me from getting all those. But I'm making up for it right now by talking about them here today. So yeah, I guess with that being said, here are, of course, the top 10 items that I wish I should have had. So yeah, let's begin. You know what's actually quite interesting? Well, I guess seeing of how I have talked about numerous times is that yeah, it actually does involve my HO00 scale model train layout for sure. So yeah, I guess it's no big surprise right about now that I've been collecting a lot of Bachman Thomas models for sure, many of which I've actually showcased on this show numerous times. But it looks like, if anything, I guess in terms of Hornby, I never actually collected much, but I do actually have a good number of them that I think are great in my layout. So yeah, I kind of figure that for the number 10 spot, it's not necessarily a Thomas related model for sure, but does actually carry of course the HO00 scale side of things in terms of my layout for sure, because yeah. Oddly enough, seeing how I mentioned Hornby for sure, I think the one thing that did actually intrigue me was first their now discontinued Thomas range, which I'll get to later on in this video, but plenty of others, yeah, pretty much other ranges that they actually have for sure, many of which actually do revolve around most popular steam locomotives. in the United Kingdom, to which, of course, for the number 10 spot right about now, it will, of course, go to the Hornby Flying Scotsman set. So yeah, I kind of figure I would probably put it at number 10 out of numerous Hornby models that I wish I should have gotten, because this one actually intrigues me in such a way, because if anything, the Flying Scotsman has been the most recognizable steam engine in all of the UK. So by seeing that Hornby has actually made a nice scaled model version of that engine, is actually really quite nice. And yes, I am fully aware that they did make a Thomas version of course, Flying Scotsman, but I guess for my case, seeing of how I actually mentioned the set, I just kind of figure the original version of the Flying Scotsman would actually be quite nice. So yeah, with what I'm seeing for, of course, Hornby's Flying Scotsman set, it actually does look really nice, and I do hope one day that I will eventually get my hands on it, and hopefully run it on my layout anytime soon, but only time will tell on that. But we're just at the bottom of the list right about now, and there's still plenty more where that came from. Now, before any of you guys ask, yes, a good number of items that I'm showcasing on this list is indeed Thomas related, but don't blame me on the hag. I still have a good connection with, of course, the Little Blue Tank engine. But with that being said, I guess for the number 10 spot, it will, of course, go to any Trackmaster Thomas set that I didn't have for sure. And I've decided to step aside, of course, on the... the sets that I did already have for sure, like of course, Action Canyon, Timoth Sheds, Zip Zoom and Logging, Busy Day on Sordor, and plenty of others that I can showcase for sure, but I'm actually talking more of the lines of the sets that I didn't have for sure that I wish I would have for sure. Like a good number of examples that I could give is, of course, pretty much from the starter sets, such as of course the Windmill and Marin Station, and plenty of others that I can think of, and even some of the Christmas sets, and again, that's just to name a few, including the images as you can see here over here about now. So yeah, I know that's actually saying a whole lot for sure, seeing of how I do know Trackmaster is gone in a really insane direction in later years, but I kind of figured the original Trackmaster is, of course, something that, of course, I do admire for sure. And yes, I do know what's been going on with the current state of Trackmaster for sure, but truth be told, if I wanted to go for, of course, that particular direction that Trackmaster is going for right about now, I will, of course, get some additional track just for that specific range. Hell, Trainboy54 did a fantastic job getting me the redesigned Trackmaster track for sure, so I'll probably be more on the lines of course, sticking to getting the hag as opposed to any sets for sure. But, of course, any sets from, of course, the original Thomas Trackmaster toy line will actually do just fine. And not to mention even some of the original Tomy sets for sure, but again, only time will tell. And speaking about what I said about Tomy Thomas sets, next number. Now, since I know that there is a really good number of course, Tomy Thomas sets out there, and trust me, that's saying a whole lot, there is one particular one that didn't kind of sound like a crazy idea at first, but it did intrigue me as it actually looks pretty interesting, and that will, of course, go to the Tomy Roller Coaster Mountain set. So yeah, I mean, it's actually no big surprise on that front. That is actually a really interesting set from, of course, from what I'm actually seeing. Just judging by the way it actually looks from, of course, the wonderful hillside with, of course, a really nice castle, to the way it's actually also shaped like a roller coaster for sure, but a little bit more scaled down to, of course, fit in with the Tomy Thomas range for sure. I think it's actually really quite amazing for sure, and of course, the one thing that did intrigue me is that pretty much years ago when I talked about the Tomy Pluriel Thomas at the Ricky Bridge suspension bridge playset back in 2017. I did learn that Playrail has also have their own version of roller coaster mounting that actually connects well to, of course, the Ricky suspension bridge playset for sure, and that actually did caught my eye for numerous reasons for sure, and it's been on my mind for quite a long time, but sadly I never actually got around to it. So yeah, I do hope later on I will eventually get right onto, of course, getting roller coaster mounting for sure, and I think it'll be quite interesting to connect it with the Ricky suspension bridge set that I currently have, just to see how it turns out, much like, of course, the commercial that I showcased when I talked about the Lager head all those years ago. So yeah, only time will tell on that, but I have to say the roller coaster mountain seg still intrigue me in such a way, and I would love to get it someday. Now, I guess it's no big surprise that back in Season 5, when I talked about the Happiness Charge Pretty Cure toys that I actually got, to which I'll of course use for my future Cure Lovely set, there have been numerous items that I've been collecting for some time that are actually going to make great uses to, of course, my cosplay someday. And for one thing, seeing how I have actually done my gender bend version of Sailor Moon for quite a long time now, there is one particular item that I think it's actually really a good fit for sure. And that will, of course, go to the transformation pens, particularly for Sailor Moon and the rest of the Sailor Guardians, as made by Bandai. So yeah, those items, I have to say, really do intrigue me out of all the Sailor Moon items that, again, Bandai has, of course, made so far, and it's actually for a good reason that they have to take the number 7 spot for sure, because they actually do intrigue me in such a way, and I think they will actually make great use to, of course, my cosplay someday, just as one of many items that Sailor Moon would actually have, just so you know, probably either transform into a disguise or, of course, fight off evil for sure. So yeah, I know it's actually saying a whole lot, seeing of how it has been a while since I've jumped into my gender bend version of Sailor Moon for quite some time, especially since after I showcased it in an episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success last year. So yeah, I guess if anything, I would love to, of course, have the transformation pen set for sure as one of many items that will go great for my cosplay, but again, we shall wait and see. Fingers crossed. Excuse me, but yeah, fingers crossed. Now, since I actually mentioned the Hornby Flying Scotsman seg earlier on this list, I guess we might as well dive right into, of course, back into the now discontinued Thomas range as made by Hornby for sure, because yeah, I guess if anything, there's a lot of good items in that said range. That said range that I wish I should have had for sure. Hell, I still held on to, of course, my Hornby duck for some time, and that still remains, of course, probably the first and only Hornby Thomas train that I currently have for sure. So yeah, which is why for the number 6 spot right about now, it will actually go to any various engine in the Hornby Thomas range that I wish I should have had. Now I'm not talking about the ones that I already have that are, of course, made by Bachmann right about now. I'm talking about the ones that Bachmann never actually had the time to actually make for sure, that Hornby actually did a fine job with. Like, of course, probably a great example is, of course, pretty much Stepney, the Class 40 Diesel, as of course showcased in the episode Bowled Out, Murdoch, Bear, and that's just to name a few showcased by these pictures right here. And not to mention, in addition to all of that, I would also love to have a good number of course, rolling stock, as you can see by these images here for sure. So yeah, that's definitely saying a whole lot for sure right about now, and it is such a shame that Hornby has discontinued their Thomas range for quite a long time now, and even on sites like of course eBay and Amazon does have those items for sure, but it's pretty rare to actually find those around, let alone get them for sure. But whatever the case may be, if they do actually pop up, like the ones I've showcased right here, right about now, I'm sure I'll probably get my hands on them. So yeah. Now, since I actually mentioned Bachman earlier on this list right about now, like I said, there is a great number of course, Bachman Thomas trains that I would love to have for sure. Some of the ones that I still have yet to get my hands on, and even the ones that are currently coming out right about now, and even just announced not too long ago for sure that I think would actually be really great for sure. But two of the ones that really do intrigue me the most, that is taking the number 5 spot right about now, it will of course go to the Bachman LBSC 70 version of Thomas, and of course Origin James for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, those items I have to say I was most excited to see, because if anything, one of my favorite Thomas movies for sure that I absolutely adore the most, even to this day, is without a doubt The Adventure Begins. So yeah, just by seeing that Bachman has actually made their own versions of course, Thomas and James in their original paintwork for sure, it actually is quite impressive, and I really do love the way they actually captured a lot from of course one of my favorite Thomas movies for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I would love to have both of those items for sure, and hell, now that they're already out for sure, I may actually probably get those someday. So yeah, I would definitely love to have those. Well, I guess for the number 4 spot right about now, I guess we might as well dive right back into the Hornby Thomas range right about now, because again, I think out of all the items in the Hornby Thomas range that I wish I would have had, there was one particular rolling stock that I think would have been a really great fit for sure, and that will of course go to Old Slow Coach. So yeah, what can I say about it? Old Slow Coach is of course a really interesting model that Hornby has actually put out as part of their now discontinued Thomas range for sure, and it actually looks amazing for sure. Hell, I actually do have a Tomy version of course Old Slow Coach for quite some time now, and it's awesome as hell. So yeah, I guess right about now, I would definitely love to have the Hornby version of Old Slow Coach someday. That will go great with of course my Bachman Hornby Thomas models that I've been collecting right about now. So yeah, I would definitely love to have that. Do you know what's strange? Out of all the DVDs and Blu-rays that I've been collecting for some time, I've rarely collected anime for sure, but hey, I know for sure that I am definitely making up for the right about now, because there's a lot of great anime shows and movies that I would love to get my hands on for sure. But the one thing that actually did intrigue me the most is, of course, the original Love Live anime for sure. Now, I'm not talking about, of course, any other version that came out afterwards. I'm talking about the original, which is School Idol project for sure. And I have to say, I did recall watching it on Crunchyroll a few years ago, and it did intrigue me in such a way, and it's actually really quite interesting to watch. Just a bunch of schoolgirls getting together to form an idol group to help save their school from closing down. It's actually really impressive, and I really love the idea that they've actually gone for Rangabout House. So yeah, and I was even quite surprised to see that that of course that the company NIS America has actually released the show onto Blu-ray, not just entirely sub, but also with a English dub for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's of course one anime that I would love to have on Blu-ray for sure. Like pretty much both seasons 1 and 2, as well as of course its feature film, the School Idol movie, which is of course taking the number 3 spot on this list, Rangabout House. So yeah, as of right now, it's rarely popped up Rangabout now, but I do hope I will eventually get my hands on Rangabout now. Hell, I dare even say that Funimation currently now owns the rights to, of course, the original Love Live anime, as well as, of course, the later ones that came out afterwards. So I do hope we'll eventually see a re-release on that some point around soon. So yeah, either way, I would have loved to have the original Love Live anime on Blu-ray for sure. That would be really awesome. I guess it's no big surprise that a couple of years ago, I actually started out by doing Twitch streams with my girlfriend Castamelli on the anime Princess Connect Redive, which was actually really fun to do for sure. And I'm really grateful that the software I use, OBS, is able to work and actually allow me to, of course, stream on Twitch for sure. That's actually a really great start to, of course, what I had to do for sure. But then again, I have been thinking about playing some games on, of course, some possible Twitch streams later on in the near future. Which is why for the number 2 spot on this list, one piece of equipment that I would love to get my hands on one day is, of course, a really nice game capture card as made by Elgato. So yeah, I guess it's actually quite obvious on why I've actually decided to put this one at number 2 on this list. Besides, I think it's probably the one capture card that really does intrigue me in such a way, and I would have loved to, of course, have that and actually play my video games on it too, while also recording the footage for that. So yeah, hopefully I think I might actually get my hands on it someday soon, and yeah, once I actually do that, I think it will be quite interesting to have. So yeah. When I think of the ultimate item that I wish I should have had for quite some time now, that will of course go to the one Tomy Thomas said that I envision in my mind that I think would have been quite nice, and that would be the Thomas Ultimate set. So yeah. I guess if anything, that particular setting of Rangabout now is, of course, the love letter to, of course, the Tomy Thomas range for sure. And it actually looks breathtaking, and it's absolutely marvelous for sure. And yeah, that is, of course, the one item that I wish I should have had in the first place Rangabout now. So yeah, whether it be the original version or, of course, the later version releasing 2006, whichever one of those I would have loved to have, I think it would have been really quite nice if I would have have that set right about now. In fact, again, I've been envisioning that in my mind for some time, but hey, I guess only time will tell on that, because yeah, it is a really rare set Rangabout now, so I do hope to very possibly get it someday soon, but only time will tell. And so yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of the list Rangabout now. And oh yeah, I think just as a quick wrap up Rangabout now, here is, of course, well, an honorable mention. Now, I guess it's actually no big surprise Rangabout now that I've also been collecting a really good number of Funko Pop figures for quite a long time now, and there's a lot of good ones that really do pique my interest. But during the time I'm recording this video Rangabout now, they had just recently announced a really nice set of course, pop figure versions of course, the game Genshin Impact. So So yeah, I know that's actually cheating right about now, seeing how it's not yet released right about now, but from what I'm seeing, based on this image right about now, those really do pique my interest, and I would definitely love to have those pop figures right about now. So yeah, only time will tell on when they'll eventually come out right about now, but I would definitely love to have those someday once the time comes. And so yeah, that's pretty much about it. Those have been the top 10 items that I wish I should have had, and yeah, that's actually quite a whole lot for me to cram into this list right about now, but it actually does show on what items that I wish I should have had that I think would have been really nice for me to talk about on this show, but hey, I guess if anything, the moral of the story is, well, if you want something done right, then, well, save up whatever money you can and actually do it yourself. So yeah, like I said, only time will tell on when I'll eventually get all these items for sure. But hey, I know for sure that I would definitely love to have those one day out of many items that I would have right now. And like I said, I do have a good number of items on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime. So yeah, I guess if anything, definitely go check those out just to see on what items I've been hanging constantly that I think would be great fits right about now. So yeah. Fingers crossed on when I'll eventually get those that I showcase in this video, but either way, it would be quite nice. And I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and of course, as usual, if you have any constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future, then leave them down in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future, then feel free to send me an email to this email address, backley95@hotmail.com. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos in the near future, as well as, of course, other shenanigans that I got going on, as well as my current whereabouts and stuff, then follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, if you want to show your support for me and see some sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget, then go ahead and support me on Patreon at patreon.com/AckleyTACTV. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future, then by all means go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup, and yeah, this one is just a little experiment to try to do something different on, of course, this show. So yeah, time will only tell on when I'll do another one like the his ramp now. But for now, I think it's about time that I would probably go back to, of course, the original formula of course, this show, which is, of course, talking about some items that I want to showcase on this show. So yeah, and of course there is one that I already got slated for, of course, the next episode, but you shall wait and see. But I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.